and on what journey do I want to go? Having gone on everybody else's journeys up to this point, what is the journey I want to go? Where would I like to be in a year's time or 2 years' time? Now that I have more control over my own future, my own life. So that in a nutshell is the other dimension of being proactive. Now, a lot of you will already be in a high state of proactivity in that second sense of the word. And you will be having colleagues who are less proactive. So as we're going through this beautiful material, as we're going through this, just test yourself out. To what extent am I really, in all aspects of my life, fully proactive? And what are the sorts of tips and the tools that Richard and Paul are going through that might help me when I'm sitting down with some colleagues and trying to coach them to be more personally responsible for their work and for the rest of their lives? But let me please, first of all, backtrack. This is the destination. This is the destination. But let us, first of all, acknowledge, where does our behaviour come from? What sort of factors? We've just been looking at core qualities. How is it that one person is very humble, very modest, and another person is very aggressive? How is it that somebody seems to be very indecisive, but another person is very decisive? What sort of things influence our behaviour? The atmosphere in which you've grown up, yes. And what else?
Education.
Your education, yes. And what else?
Culture.
Your genes, yes. The culture, the actual national culture, the culture of the family, the culture of the organisation, the culture of the school. So various factors which can have influenced who we are. Sorry, I shouldn't use that term because who I am is not my behaviour. I am distinct from my behaviour. But my behaviour has been shaped by various factors, and you mentioned a lot of them. Somebody said it's in my genes. So one of the huge areas is it's genetic. It's in my genes. Tuna's wearing jeans here. But we don't mean that sort of genes. And it's, so I could say, and I'm not, but I could say that I'm a very aggressive person. And if we are in a bar having a drink, and if somebody annoys me, my immediate reaction is to give them a bunch of fives. I just lose my rag. I get annoyed immediately. If anybody upsets me, I hit them. My grandfather was just like that. He was Scottish, so that explains it. He's Scottish. But it's not my fault. It's all down to my grandparents, my grandfather. Either. The grandparents. It's also very much around the first sort of 7 years of our lives. Stephen Covey uses the term psychic, and we may as well use that word. As this is the first 7 years. The first 7 years, the people who brought us up, our upbringing. So if you have a small child, very critical about how that person is being brought up, particularly in their first 7 years. Yeah, was your child now 8? Stop it. Have another one. Have another go.